Zero prep. Zero prep for this. But hey, at least I finished the string graphics for after post NYP. So yeah, just nice. Cool. Yeah, I don't have the soundboard here on this scene. I don't have it enabled. So let's enable it. Hello there and welcome back. My name is Paul, aka Emolga. My name is Paul, aka Modus. As always, I hope you've had an amazing weekend today. It's Tuesday, March 3rd, which means we're in March. Cool. And also, it's time for another It's time for another Modus live stream. So buckle up, because for the next 3 or so hours, I'll try to make your Tuesday a little bit more interesting with production. But before production, I reserve myself the rightful right to yap about what the fuck just happened this weekend. It was insane. It was madness. What a privilege to be able to have all this happen in Spain, just in the country. Just, yeah, what a privilege to be able to see all these artists and meet them without leaving home soil, which is not a possibility as of now. How have you guys been? Let me just catch up with chat for a minute. Emolgadus. That's a bit of a stretch, but I'll take it, sure. Emolgus sounds better to me. Technically, I was correct. You owe me a snare. 30 seconds later, he actually slips into my DMs and he sends me a snare. Do you guys want to hear it? Let me see if I can show you guys the awesome snare that Yovio just sent me. Audio app capture. Vestop. And here it is. Handmade Yovio snare. He says handmade like he has to point that out. It's like, not AI generated snares. that snare was not AI. Okay, you can hop off now. you're kind of in the way there. Post NYP is being hyped more than during NYP. I mean, it's pretty big. It's pretty big, and like last week, I also finished the visuals for post NYP, so pretty fucking hype. I can finally leave, except I can't because now there's all the social media stuff. There's like 10, 15, 20 reels to make, and it's just like just thinking about it gives me a fucking aneurysm. Oh, not the social media. Yeah, dude, I wish when it came to social media, like say Resolve actually had an AI that was just like, hey, just like put this together for me, whatever. Like I'll just hand it the videos and it locally, very importantly, it just hacks together the video. Of course, I would still be paying Jared for the streams part of the reels, because gotta pay and support human artists. As always, implies that someday you will no longer be Paul, aka Modus, when I'm 300 years old, because I'm going to be immortal. I will reach the 7th dimension, and I will achieve virtual immortality. I will upload my consciousness into a private cloud of my own creation, and then the protocol. This sounds cool. We got new sounds on the board for post NYP as well. So with the stream graphics, we will have new sounds on the board like that. Hypercube references. Sure, yeah. AIs can be local. Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. Locally. Because fuck cloud. Just don't Don't send, like, we have normalized the concept of sending your stuff to some random cloud who you don't even know who runs it. And we've normalized that somehow. Somehow Palpatine has returned. So, yeah. Modus live in Las Vegas Sphere when? If you know the owner of the Las Vegas Sphere, we can talk. Yappuccino! Yeah, Yappuccino. Except I don't like coffee. Yeah. Is the Secret Guide collab with Modus releasing this month? Yes! Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Modus is back, baby! And it will be before the end of the month. And by before the end of the month, I mean right at the end of the month. It's gonna be very late into March, but it will be in March at least. So, yeah. We're getting it ready now. We're on the final stages. We're finalizing the thing. And this is where I shut up. Did you make post NYP in Blender? No, I am using my same old toolset, my classic Cinema 4D and Corona Render toolset. Just don't fix what ain't broken type thing. It's just, if it works, it works. It has worked for me for years, and it's just been about getting better at it, right? So the program really wasn't the limitation. It's just how good I am at it, and I've been getting better. But I know, but I still know the bare minimum to execute what I want to execute. But like beyond that, I wouldn't consider myself, you know. How's the rendering speed? Do you need to know? Like that's not the flex you think it is. Not very fast. Even on a beefy CPU, because Corona is CPU based. Not very fast. So I've been spending several weeks of render time. I got my classes cancelled today because there is a water supply malfunction at the shipyard close to where my school is for the past 2 days. Yes. The water supply at the shipyard is not working, so let's cancel class. It's probably more complicated than that, but what do you even use your GPU for? Resolve? Like the actual VFX compositing stuff? And gaming. Because we are gamers in here. But a real engine does it in minutes. Okay. But it doesn't look the same. It doesn't give me the look that I want, the aesthetic that I want. It's just, yeah. I have a tool set, you have yours. That's kind of like telling people, hey, I'm like sound designing this in FL Studio, and then someone else comes up to you and they say, but you can do this in seconds in Ableton. And it's like that one meme where it's like 4 people talking together, and there's an outsider who like comes in, says something like really revelatory, and one of them from the group just goes, and then they just keep talking. Yeah, it's like that meme basically. It's just, I'll stick to my guns, you know? I'll stick to what works for me. It's not just the shipyard, but the entire district where it's located. Well, have fun with no classes then. I got whitelisted on Newgrounds. Now I'm officially part of the big guns. Yes, you are joining the other 3 billion producers. Oh. Ooh, that was pretty fucking roasty. Osplay Nose went well. Dude, it was amazing. I haven't dumped the like videos from my phone yet. My phone's like up the ass with stuff with videos. How has your CPU not been ionized yet from the workload? my what's it called in English? My in I'm thinking of a word in Spanish. It's buen hacer. Right? Goodwill? No, it's not. Good work? Good deeds? My good deeds? When it comes to like fine-tuning the voltage and the frequencies and the power limits on my CPU so it doesn't fucking turn into like a Bose-Einstein condensate of you know. I've been doing some work there to like get it to a point where it performs at like 95 to 99% of its power, of its brain power, without fucking blasting into outer space. Cause, dude, there are some times where my room just sounds like a fucking Star Trek spaceship that's that's about to take off. Cause I have both laptops on full tilt, and it's just. But none of that. No more of that. Because we are done. So, yeah. I got some pictures here. To be fair, guys, I met more people. I met more than just Spaghetti. Okay, so there it is. There's the picture with Spaghetti. So, yeah, just super cool guy. Super down to earth. Love him. Just, yeah, I got to talk to him for many hours. And, yeah, just super down to earth. And just, yeah, just glad to be there. Which, like... You gotta imagine, he has played way bigger venues than that. Like, that was like an 80 people venue, right? He probably has played way bigger stages. And he still, like, just when he walked off, I vividly remember him saying 0 complaints about the crowd. Yeah. It was pretty sick. The crowd went nuts. And here's also, I also met some fellow Spanish producers. Here's Onion Step, for example. And there's Happy Pony over here as well. There's another picture later on. Here. There's Happy Pony. Look at him. Just the happiest pony on earth. Yeah, dude. And then I just have a bunch of videos and like pictures and everything. So let me see if I can... Well, you saw the Instagram post, right? Dude, that night, like, of the, what, like, 5 DJs that played that night, 4 of them played some version of Cinema. I was... Every time Cinema played, I was just, like, rolling my eyes, like, oh, here you go, here we go again. It's another Cinema remix. And that includes Misha. That includes Spaghetti here. So... Okay. What was that? I hate that this, like, free and open source, like, gallery app that I have, when you try to play video in landscape mode, it crashes. So I gotta use the, like, regular Google app, which just I fucking no. No. I'm trying to de-Google my life hard. Save for Gmail and like Google Drive, which I actually need for my work. But I'm trying to look for that one. I think it's this one, the Cinema one. Yeah. I can watch it forever. Just, yeah, there's the guy playing. I can't show you, and then you can't hear at the same time, cause. But yeah, crowd was absolutely fucking amazing. Yeah. No, he appeared as a hologram like Hatsune Miku. Yes. And and everyone turned up with like the glowing sticks. Modus, we should collab at some point. You said it. At some point in the future. At some time, and then with the in the future, New Year Protocol 2 future, just okay. Have you heard of Hansel named Miku? Who the fuck do you think I am? An uncultured ass? Shit, man. Just the lack of culture of some people. Jesus Christ. Fucking incredible. Incroyable. See, I can speak in sharks too. So yeah, that was just an awesome night. And dude, have you guys seen the reel I posted on the night of the event about the paid toilets? Have you guys seen that? I trust some of you have. At least some of you have seen that. You know about the like paid restrooms, right? Where you had to pay 50 cents to pee. And it's just, I remember distinctly. I walked up to so I was looking for the bathroom, and I was on the bottom floor of the mall that I was like just going around, like just trying to pass the time before I actually met with the crew, right? So I was just trying to pass the time, and I was on the bottom floor. I needed to go to the bathroom, and so I just looked for it. It was in the remotest fucking corner of the mall. Just like you had to like basically like maze runner that shit. And then at the very end, there was one restroom. And then when I got there, the first thing I saw, so the entrance to the restroom had these like rotating like steel rods type thing, like the metro entrances where you like go through and then the thing like rotates. What's that called? I have no idea, but you know what I'm talking about, right? So the entrance was like blocked by these things where you had to like walk through, and then the thing would rotate, and then just where you can only like walk one way, right? And then next to that was a like a credit card like payment station thing. So where you walk up and you like put up your credit card to pay. And there was an employee from the paid restroom service over there, and she just said to me, like I didn't say anything. She just said 50 cents to go to the bathroom. And just at that point, it just came right out of my heart. Just the purest response I could have possibly given. It was just pure raw response from like just it was just instinctive. I just asked her like literally with like this same tone, 50 cents to go pee? Just that just like came out of like my deepest the deepest part of my soul. And she said, "Yep." And I said, like I literally told her, "Nah, I'm not doing that." Bro, 50 cents to relieve yourself. Like how far have we devolved as a society that you have to pay to do what you could literally do for free on the floor right above? So you take the elevator one floor, and that bathroom is free. Some bathrooms cost €1.50 or more. Bro, 50 cents is fine. It's not fine. It is not fine. It is not fine to charge for a fucking pee. No, it is not. No. No. That's like charging for like breathing. Every breath you take costs 1 cent. Fucking dude. Like, just existing costs you money. You know? No, fuck no. It's not fine. It is not fine. And yeah, you did not see the Berlin bullshit. That just because it is normalized in some places, especially big city centers, does not mean that it is somehow okay. Pay 50 pence to enter your apartment. You know, it's dystopian shit like that. It was just truly dystopian. I had never seen anything like that before. Like, at least me personally, I had never seen anything like paid restrooms. But like I said in that reel, I do wonder what the premium pissing experience would have been like. The like cyberpunk toilets. Just secretly prop the door open, but the employee was just like watching. She was just right at the entrance, like watching the entrance. Brother, no, there was no way to sneak past. You could have pulled a Matrix and just like fucking like dodge bullets and like backflip your way inside. Maybe, I guess. But I guess I'm not the one. The gold toilet, save that for the other continent. Save that for the US president. He's the one that likes the gold, that likes like gold everything. Just use an EMP bomb. Use an EMP bomb to disarm the door for long enough so you can break through and pee. But then what happens to the employee? It's not like she has a brain chip and the EMP somehow like fries her. That's P-tax. Yeah, it's just existing tax. It's a tax for living. It's like fucking bro. Paying for peeing. And the fact is, there are people that do it. That's exactly what's wrong with our society. Anyway, yeah, it's just... By the way, the curry from so when we had dinner at the ramen place, that was my first time having curry ever. And it was pretty good. It's just that it was spicy. And look, you're probably going to kill me for that. How could curry spicy? What the fuck, Paul? Yes, I'm very intolerant to spice. As in, I can't put up with the slightest amount of spice. It's just what people think of as normal, as like not spicy enough for them to notice. For me, it's burning hot. I have no tolerance for spice. So yeah, it's just I had curry, but by the time I finished the curry, the water, the like glass of water that I had, I had already depleted. So I had to stick there without water for a solid like couple hours. For some reason, I thought you loved spice. No, what I love is spicy growls. That's what I love. I love spicy growls, not spice the real world thing. Butter chicken. I didn't even just. It looked good on the picture. It looked like something I would eat. So it's just like I just ordered it, and I didn't really like spare much of a thought for what was in there. It was just tasty. You know, it had like some meat in there, and It was nice. I once ate a piece of bread with a bunch of wasabi and my tongue got cooked. I don't think I've ever tried wasabi. Based on your description, I think I'm going to ban it from my to-do list of things to eat. I'm gonna strike it off, just out of an abundance of caution. So yeah, Imolga, Arikzu, hello. We are yapping about what happened this week. Druid called Spain Dubz, where I got to see Spaghetti play live, and a bunch of other artists. I saw Don, D-H-A-N, which it was his first time playing, like his first time ever playing live, I think. Don, the Han, Don. Then we had Baga, Mexican like tear out DJ, in case you don't know him. We had Baga as well. He's recently played EDC, like EDC Mexico, so that's pretty fucking big. And there was this duo called Young Saints, and then there was the usual Hyper Beam got to play, and Laser Hounds as well. How the fuck do we meet everywhere? It's just great minds think alike. I do have slight tolerance for spice, but I have limits. It's just no. It's just I have to order my kebabs without any spice. The spice in kebabs to 99% of people is nothing. For me, it's death. So, yeah. Guys, should we work on like, should we just try to get some work done on Meganova? Like I said, I've had zero prep for this. Zero prep. As in, 5 minutes before the stream started, I opened OBS and I loaded the project. Nothing. Because I have spent the whole afternoon finishing the new stream graphics for after post NYP. So, pretty cool stuffs. And also some of the VFX for post NYP, for post NYP itself, which are pretty much done now. So yeah, you gotta understand about the meeting thing. We meet in like every place possible. That sounds like when Zalukil and I just like seem to channel each other's thoughts at the same time. Just we say the same things and do the same things at the same time. We're in sync, but like scarily so. Like when I pick up my bottle of water, he drinks water too. So yeah, as we're rendering Unreal Engine to save time, but I don't want to use Unreal Engine because it doesn't look the same. Just like I said, you stick to your tools, I'll stick to mine. And that's that. It's like this, there's no point in waging wars over your workflow is better than, your workflow is worse than mine. Wahahaha! It's just, it's not the flex you think it is. So yeah. Alright. Should we get to some FL? Some Fla Studios, some Shkablonks. Let's get started. Fla Studio cometh before me. I haven't even clicked away from the plugins. De la Fla Studio. Fludio. Fla. FL, my favorite drug. Yes. I haven't even loaded the like total verbs and things. So what I'm gonna do is just this. Extra tone meganova. Alright, that should have loaded everything. Let's have a look. I have no expectations for today. We're just like gonna fucking do whatever. Try to fill in some gaps, maybe. Wow, sick track motors. Thank you. Took a long time to come up with this. Can't wait to play this my next time at Spain Dubz. I need to test this out live. See? Beatbox. Can't wait for the day I get to finally do that. Meet modus. Meet. Well, Paris, such an awesome post-drop. Yes. I did it myself. By the way, I finally made it go all the way up to 200. What's this? I didn't, but I didn't change the ending yet. So there was legitimately one day where all I did was just sit down, make this automation go up to 200, and then close the project. Productivity. That, or maybe we did it last week on stream. I don't even fucking remember anymore. Spain Dubz really fried the brain. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of work left. I want to put this out this year, after, like, sometime after post-NYP. So probably like Q3, Q4 this year is when I want to put out the pack and the demo track with it, because this is all samples from my newest sample pack, Meganova. So yeah, in the works right now. By the way, you got subwoofer in your room? No, because I don't need subwoofers, because my woofer's so big, my woofers are fatter than your mama. My woofer's so big, I don't I don't need a subwoofer because they already go so low. I have 8 inches. They're like fucking like Moai statues for speakers. That was the weirdest analogy ever. Damn, who just got roasted? All right. So, let me see. The plan here is to do a couple things throughout this first half of the song. I want to see if I can fix the boom not sounding like the word boom. I want to see if I can finally change the jump up now at the end of the first drop into just like that. Meganova, just like that. Because that's more fitting for an end of drop, because like jump up now kind of implies that another drop's going to start, and then it just doesn't happen. I don't have a subwoofer in my room, but my furry friend has a subwoofer in his. Hi, Nikta. Hello. More power to your furry friend. Literally, because subwoofers carry more bass power. Bro is not a game developer. Holy shit, speed core? Yes, speed core. Núcleo de la velocidad. ¿Qué? My humor is cooked. Oh, and this, and then do the fillers. But I still have no fucking idea what I want to do for these fillers, because I've already gotten so used to there just being like gaps, because it kind of like gives you that really big like dynamic and sense of contrast, which is bomb, 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 and it works really well for like live, right? So I don't really want to overcomplicate this, like not at all. I just want the simplest thing, if anything. Just make a gigantic bass that lasts like 5 minutes, and then just monolith time. But I don't want to like overcomplicate this with just with like just 300 timbers per second of bass here. Just no, I just want a very simple thing. No. So like square pinch laser plug thing here. For example, I just opened sour of all things. What the frick? Then keep the bass simple. You know, that's impossible with me, right? It's impossible for me to keep my basses simple. I just monolith time. I don't know if I have enough like bassy material for a monolith. Yeah, because I feel like I always use more or less the like same basses, and my drops are not always that like growl dense, if you know what I mean. Like I don't tend to do very intricate things. I just, lies and deceit. Am I allowed to make remakes of Modus original soundtracks, like soundtracks from Astro Realm or other singles? You can make flips. I won't be able to officially support them. But yeah, for like official remixes, it would be a different story, and like I would have to like vet you for that and all that. So yeah, for all intents and purposes, you can make flips. But yeah, you're on your own for that, sadly. Not much I can do about that, because then I would have to be promoting everyone's flips, and that would just be a hot mess for you and for me and the entire human race. Okay, so I was gonna make a square, but just focus, Paul. Don't lose your train of thought. Don't lose your train of thought. Okay. It's just envelope. Just go chorus here one way. I'm so uninspired today. For like, so let's just try to do whatever. Like I said, zero prep today. Am I silent yet? Okay. Dun, dun. It just sounds weird. I might be onto something there. Boom, boom, ba. Okay. So there's that. And what else can we do here? Maybe we can muddy this up a little bit. Kind of like that. It sounds kind of hollow. Probably because of all of these filter. Let's try something else. Okay. I like the sound of that. Let's make this go freely. Okay. Ooh. Okay. A bit of a click. I don't want that click though. Okay. Okay. Did you try anti-chroma? I do not know about that. Or I feel like somebody has brought that up to me, but I haven't tried it. Yesterday I did download this though. It's called Lala. It's an CLA 2A compressor like analog emulation type thing. I downloaded this. Lala is free, by the way. I downloaded this at through Sekai's recommendation because I'm going to be mixing vocals from him soon. Yeah, just thought I might try that. The LFO is affecting the sync, indeed. Yes. So it's giving a slightly different sound than just the basic square. And I'm gonna automate the chorus here because I do like the detune, but not for that last one. Now we just fuck with that. Fuck off with that. Yes, it's a free LA2A, indeed. Ah, yes. Very entertaining stream to watch. Everybody loves watching music production. Okay, how about I do a little bit of decay here. Yeah, just enough so that right at the end of each hit, it like goes down in volume. I can't even see with that. No clue what's going on there, so I gotta zoom in on this. Yes, exactly. So there's just a little bit of gap in between each one. There you go. So each hit hits a little harder. Yeah? That's the thing. Okay, we got it figured out. Cool. What else can we do here? Maybe some tokaverb. Desks. My favorite part about producing is hearing the same 0.3 seconds over and over again. Yes, exactly. Hi, Desks. I am back at the studio from Spain Dubz this weekend, and I have zero motivation and zero prep. So here I am, just doing the deed. Okay, I'm going to record the wet signal about that, and we just overlay it. Now that's what I call transient shaping. Attention shaping. We should get 101 in here. That's the vibe. Yeah, just being completely just out of the being completely out of it, you know, not logged in at all, and you just, you know. Okay, I'll record this full wet. Oh, I put the edits on before the turbo. Really smart, Paul. Yes. I mean, for how short the sample is going to be. Yeah, sure. And just do this thing where the wet signal becomes a layer to the dry signal. See that? See that? So there's a bit of a slap back and then the final hit leading into the next kick. Maybe I do have to turn this down a little bit. This is going to some sort of... Ah, I see. This has to go into instruments, no effects. And I'm going to increase the decay for that last one. So that last one is not muted at the end of the phrase. Whoop! Okay, so tools, last tweak, create an automation clip. Envelope 1 decay. Just anything that's longer than what I had, which was 193 milliseconds, right? There you go. Interesting. And that last one I probably have to turn up because now it's alone. It's on its own there. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, because these two are louder because they have like more effects going on. And this one just being completely dry, it doesn't have the same backup from all these other layers and automations. Ah! But it didn't have to be that loud. So we'll just... painfully loud. 4.7 dB. So we'll do 2.5. How about that? Alright. There you go, mate. There you go, mate. And that's still a little on the loud side. Now not so much. Pablo speaks Mandarin for 0.5 seconds. Imagine that when scoring a film, I can never unhear the words "you and that boy." Oh, yo, dude, yeah. Like when you're scoring, and because when you're scoring, you score over top of the like dialogue a lot of the time. So you're just like replaying the same dialogue over and over again. Yeah, dude. And for me, there was this project that I did for an animation school in Barcelona. They asked me to like do like the audio composition and like post production for a like hypothetical pilot episode trailer of this like sci-fi animated series, right? I don't think that ever went anywhere, but still. So I composed the soundtrack for that, and then I did the like sound effects and the post-production and the mixing and mastering and all that. And I did that in Cubase, right? I did that in Cubase because it's just better for that application specifically. But some of the sound design I did in FL, and then I bounced it, and then I translated it over to Cubase. But still, so yeah, it's just when I was like working on it, it was on a loop. The same trailers, just the filthiest scum of the galaxy was imprisoned here. The filthiest scum of the galaxy was imprisoned here. The filthiest scum of the galaxy was imprisoned here. While I was just trying to like to fine tune this one sample. Fuck. Did you finish that sample pack? That's exactly what this is. This is the demo track in the works for the upcoming Meganova sample pack. And it's going to be releasing after the big post-Near Protocol project, which is going to be coming out halfway through this year, probably. All right. Once I get paid for a documentary, I'm gonna pay for some tutoring, as I have a project. I want to be perfect. Look, I'm not perfect. I try to get close to perfect, but there's always, dude. If there's something I know about feedback, is that nothing's ever final. No matter how final you think a master is, someone will always have something to say about it. Someone will always have something to say. So if you were to just listen to everyone, you would never be done with that track or with that project. So at some point, you just gotta call it a day, right? I wonder if he's also a great cook. I mean, I can cook pretty well. The stuff that I know how to cook, I can cook kind of all right. You know, but I don't necessarily. It's just I'm an expert in layering things overall. I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It's just having an attitude for perfectionism and just wanting to be as skilled as you can, I guess. So it's just motivation, really. But yeah, it's just, dude, this carries so much power without any fillers. And then this just immediately breaks it for me. So I don't know what to think, mate. I'm not sure how I feel about this. So maybe what we could do is remember those, because I'm taking a bit of a license for this demo track. I'm allowing myself to also use samples from other Nova packs. So remember the like Canopsia bass pads from Supernova? It was, where was it? Superverb, Canopsia low pad. These things. We could just do swells with that. And then the occasional little like tippet, but not a different filler every single time. That's just not it. The way I see it, it's just Occam's razor. Occam's razor. So I want to see if I can like maybe combine a couple of these low pads to form this big swelling synth. You know, with a lot of like slapback. And there's this sample in Meganova as well. That's this, I think it was called Brace for Impact. Yeah. It's just this ultra distorted but also really tonal thing that's great for like pre-drops or just slapbacks. And it has that little fade out as well. So whatever comes next hits harder because there's nothing playing on the physical woofer of the speaker. So it just, yeah. Just do that. Layer that with the Superverb low pad. And now I gotta make sure they're in phase. So just have to align them there. There you go. There you go. And just roll with that. Honestly. I don't really want to complicate this. Because I also want this to hit live. Yeah. Like, yeah, this is like technically complex stuff, but I also want it to just be listenable, you know, and just like fucking right? And I don't want it to feel like a chore getting there. So the whole like build up, whole process of getting there should be epic, but not so technically complex where it just becomes difficult to, because it's a sick drop, but it's preceded by a very complicated build-up. I don't want that, right? I can probably just get rid of this. Oh, I route this to the... Maybe by next week I'll have a different take on this, but today that's my opinion on this today. Just don't keep it simple, you know? Within the complexity, keep it simple. I do need a little bit more mid end here. Don't need that at all. Because we already have the high end from the low pad. Let's try that. See? It fills it up and it's nothing complicated. Maybe I should do the first one on its own, so without the brace for impact thing, and then the second one use the brace for impact layer. So the first one is just that like wet Reese pad in there. Yeah. Aha. Okay, maybe I need a slightly different low pad for this. Just a little change in timbre. I'm just browsing through the basses in Meganova. Forgive me. This could do. I think this is the intro pad from NYP7. And what if I drive this crazy? What happens when I do like an asymmetric compressor thing? What if I layer this with itself an octave above? And then I link this to the same modx automation. Ooh, so many automations. Scary. Ah. It has a little overtone down there. It's pretty cool. Let's do a double curve here. What happens when you and then when you and then the eh. Oh, it's so clipped. What the heck? Dun, dun, dun. That's so clipped. What? Oh, it's because of the sub. Yeah, it's the sub. Yeah, dude, just simple. Simple. Anything to fill it, so it's not completely empty, but also not that you like gotta focus on what's happening. It's just ba ba ba. I can't words. But what would the second thing sound like? Sound like if it hit 4 times. So like this. So like this. Like that? Or This has a lot of sub. Especially when you compare it to the actual sub in there. I mean the pink orange bits. Oh, this? So like this? It's just... So you mean like one after the other? Okay, I'm gonna do a little modification to this sub. I reckon I like the harmonics that are in there, just maybe the harmonics are too close to the volume of the fundamental. You see? They're like getting dangerously close. So I'm just going to distance the fundamental from the harmonics a little more. Tum, tum, tum. Okay, so that sub is pretty well defined. But then this, you see, these two especially, these are getting kind of in the way. Just get them out a little bit. So they're still there. But that fundamental now is especially, you know, especially present. And now I reckon, okay, I'm still gonna turn this down a little bit more. Is there something else here? Some other... No. It's just this then. They're just that loud, huh? Okay. Oh. Oh, because it's being automated. Okay. This is linked to an automation, so no matter what I do, it just snaps back. Okay. So let's do it here then. There you go. Okay, it's just put this on a loop. You know, this is just me facing past me. It's kind of story of my life when it comes to producing. It's just me trying to remember what past me did. There you go. There you go. So that fundamental is now more defined. But it's not like the harmonics are gone either. And now I reckon I'll be able to turn up the sub a little more without getting too much in the way. So we go 1 dB more. 1 gigabyte of RAM should do the trick. Or use LaFonk. But if we can do this, right? If we can sort it out from the source, I would rather do that than try to like patch, then try to like dirty patch it after the fact with some plugins. Just always do things at the earliest possible stage in the chain, because then you like keep adding like patches on top of patches, and then by the end you don't even know what the fuck is happening. So just keep it simple. Whoa, that sub hits so much harder now. Okay, well, drop 1, it's not really going to be affected because it uses a sampled sub. But this... bum. Whomst dareth slip into my... Okay. I'll check this out later. The amount of times I have to scroll in the mix. That's so true. If you want to make something consistent but end up forgetting what we just did. Yeah, what past you did. Yeah. And then even worse is when you know that past you has done something, you try to patch it up after the fact with another plugin on top. Instead of actually fixing the thing that was causing it, you just add another plugin on top to try to like dirty hack it into working. But just no, that's bad practice. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so a couple tom fills here. Bum, bum. Simple as that. I did have this tom fill from somewhere else in the track. I just didn't bounce it. Which, great move on my part. So I just gotta find where that fucking fill was. Oh, right. It was right at the beginning. It was right here. No, not here. Here. Bum, bum, bum. This thing. Bum, bum. Why are you doing this thing, FL? Where you just let me select the fill, and you let me paste it back into the thing, and it doesn't. Oh, or it does work, where it just places it in completely out of the screen place. Do you know you can increase the spaciousness of HD 650 or 600 by using fake pads? Yes, but that's no longer the factory sound. So the frequency response curve will change completely. So you'll have a totally different pair of headphones at that point. So any calibration curve you might have with Sonarworks, that no longer works. So for listening, it's great. For critical work where you have to know, where you have to absolutely know and like where you and your pair of headphones have to be one, right? You have to really know the equipment you're working with. That might be a little bit more difficult. So I just, whenever my ear pads wear out, I just buy the original ones again, because I am super familiar with this sound now, and me and these headphones are one now. So yeah, we work like one collective entity. Can we fix this? Oh, it's just a xylem fill, isn't it? It is not, actually. Or maybe it is. Because I stretched it to fuck, but... Oh, it isn't. It's fill 4 from Hypernova. Okay. So I'll just... Okay. Dude, they sound so much like the Xylem tom fills from like the Xylem power packs. I struggle with headphones because I get ridiculous earwax buildup compared to IEMs for some reason. Dude, I cannot wear IEMs. 99.9%. Every single IEM I've tried, even with the smallest tip ever made by humankind, they all fall off. They all actually just... Every single IEM I put them on within 10 minutes. It's either itching like hell or it's just falling right off. Because I happen to have the smallest ear canal in the history of ear canals. So what happens is I hear every frequency just like you guys would. It's just that I tend to hear things overall quieter because I have such a tiny ear canal. So when I hand over my headphones to someone, right, and they put them on and they listen at the same volume that I was listening, they like they like get stunned and they go like, what the fuck, Paul? Like, why is it so loud? And then I have to explain to them it's not, well, for you it's that loud. For me it's not, because I have a small ear canal. So I don't perceive things as loud as you do with the same intensity. So like 90% volume for you might be too much. For me it's just fine, right? But I still hear every frequency equally, and I'm not losing hearing because of that. I can still hear up to about 18K, 18.5 Ks, where it really starts to fade. Get open back headphones like these. I had 770s, but they are kind of wrecked. 770 gang. Wrong sound. 770 gang. I brought these to the train. I brought these to the train trip to Madrid. Pretty good. I like them a lot. It's just I would want them to be a little bit bassier and a little bit less bright. But like once you get used to it, like once your ears warm up to it, the like first 5 minutes. So after the first 5 minutes, you're vibing. I thought that was called hearing loss. No, it's not hearing loss. Hearing loss is just losing frequencies, right? So like you stop hearing the higher frequencies first, and then it just goes down. So like 20K, 19K, 18K, 17K. So as you age and as you expose your ear to very loud environments, the little like cells in your ears that are the ones that actually detect sound, they die. And when they die, these cells do not regenerate. So if they're dead, that's it. You're not getting that back. So that's why it's always so important to make sure that you're working at an acceptable level, not too loud, not too quiet, just the right volume so that you can hear everything, but not so much so you're stressed. The cells inside your ears are the ones responsible for detecting sound, right? So yeah, it's just, if I take a hearing test right now, I can probably hear up to 18K, right? Still, it's just that overall, it's basically like if you just did -1 dB on the whole master. That's how I hear things, just slightly quieter, but I still hear everything the same way as you do, right? I love my 770s. I can get them for cheap now since I work at a music store. How much discount? Because I might have to talk to you about that sometime. Just saying, you know, gotta use my contacts. Gotta use my network. I need help with that, as I've definitely oofed my ears with some VSTs. Like $140, which is like what, 120 euros. So in that case, it would be cheaper. Exactly, 120.6. Okay, fucking, they call me the currency fiend. So yeah, I got these for 137 euros. So 120 would be pretty nice. It's just a tiny little discount there. So yeah, pretty cool. If you need stuff, let me know. Like maybe not right now, because I'm pretty set. I just got new ear pads for the 650s, the currency sniper, and the 770s haven't seen as much use because they're like my secondary pair. I use them for more like casual things, so I don't use them as much. I used to use them a lot when I had this like office job. Then I would take those headphones to work every day to just like listen to music as I was getting work done. But Yeah, for producing, these are the ones getting the real abuse. I work at a Guitar Center, so anything on the website, I should be able to help you get. Guitar Center, which is based in, because I don't suppose you got shipping to Spain. Guitar Center. Guitar Center, world's largest musical instrument store. I don't know if they have a Guitar Center, like branded Guitar Center store here in Spain. They have a Spanish version to the site, but I don't know if it's like Latin American Spanish or if it's Spain Spanish. So yeah, I don't know if they have like stores here. But anyway, we could just figure that out. I will find out if we can ship worldwide. Do you happen to have the RME, that one like really expensive DAC? What's it called? RME ADI 2 Pro FS. The one that's not just a DAC. It also has the analog inputs on the back. That was like what, $1,500 last I checked. Would be nice to get some kind of discount there, but not a priority right now. It's just for when for when I'm a little bit more financially solvent. Best way to buy a headphone is to visit a headphone showroom. Yeah, it's just it depends whether there's one of those in your area, which there is not in mine. So I just have to guide myself through the reviews and the frequency response graphs and all that, and the harmonic distortion like graphs and all that. I work next on the 12th, and I can ask if we do worldwide shipping. Okay, no rush. Just no strings attached, no compromise. Okay, like don't feel forced. Just yeah, just a thought. Bomb bomb. Dun. That was an F sharp, right? Boom, 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 boom. I know it, but just to confirm. Exactly. So, I want this to be in. Okay. And now, make unique, and we drop this down. Maybe I should have this. Maybe I should layer this with something else. I think I'm going to layer this with the top end of the AU5 Superhuman fill. This. So I'm gonna take just the top end of that, and then I'll be like bouncing that. I know. I'm kind of cheating here, but let me just take something like that. And then you just do this. Then maybe you stereo this a little more. Yeah. So you got that nice. Okay, not double hit though. Why does this sound kind of like a kick? Yeah. It just has that tiny kick-esque quality to it. But that does sound convincing. This though. Okay, we got some grittiness in there. Some slight grittiness. How about Pogo? Okay. Nah, that's it. That's it. I found some cool looking headphones already, but I don't know if they're good. Personal recommendations: Sennheiser HD600 or 650s, Bayer's DT770 or 880, depending on availability. Then I've heard good things about the 1990s, but I haven't tried them personally. But I think they're the open bag version of the 770s. Don't quote me on that, but yeah. I'm just gonna listen this. Okay, maybe instead of ring modulating the top of of these hats, just bounce it like as is, and then maybe try ring modulating it later. That's just so fat. That's so fucking fat. Fail superhuman top. I'll just call it that. Maybe once we export it to the pack, I'll call it something different. Dun, dun. That's just fucking fat, dude. Whoa. But that no longer has the dun dong, you know, the tonality to it. This is really cool though. This almost sounds like a kick clap type thing. And then this is just fucking like taiko-esque. Okay. Okay. I came up with that. I probably have to try some out, so I might be getting paid on Friday. Oh, like IEMs. IEMs, like good quality IEMs tend to be freaking expensive. Just don't buy IEMs unless your specific use case absolutely requires the use of IEMs. Like say live monitoring, like say you're playing live and then yeah, you need IEMs for that. But if you're at the studio, get headphones, they're cheaper, and it's what the IEMs are trying to catch up to, right? It's kind of like the eternal battle of Bluetooth audio versus wired audio. Bluetooth will just be stuck eternally trying to catch up to wired, because you just cannot carry as much information over the air as you can with a wire per second. You just can't, you know? With Bluetooth, there's a certain bit rate, right? Over a wire, the bit rate is infinite because it's analog. It's an analog signal traveling to my headphones. So, all right, that's the game. That's the move. Okay. I can preface this with a reverse kick there. Sorry, that hat rubbed me the wrong way there. I was just fucking through the roof, top end wise. Guess I can just do that. I gotta get it to where it hits, but not hit to the like deepest part of your soul. It's nice and smooth. When it comes to Bluetooth / wire, I only have small headphones made rather for kids that I only use when I need to record something or when I'm on a call on JBL. Tune 510 Bluetooth for everything else. I knew people in my family and then friends who have. I've tried my fair share of Bluetooth headphones. The most impressive ones, for sure, were the bone conduction ones. I tried bone conduction a while back, and it was just trippy, but it was reasonably bassy, like within the limitations of the technology. Like you can't have sub frequencies out of a bone conduction headphone, but it gets the job done. It got reasonably bassy for what the tech was, and it was. Yeah, I kind of liked the sound of it and just the fact that it doesn't damage your ears because it's bone conduction. It's like it doesn't. You just the headphones are like here, and they tap into the like inner bones of your they like make your ear bones vibrate instead of the actual cells inside. Modus Pain Dub Season 2, really? I didn't go there to play. I didn't play live myself. I just went there as a spectator / ambassador. But yeah, I got to see Spaghetti. I had dinner with the crew. It was great. I only use wireless headphones for gaming when bedridden. Honestly, I just... When I'm in bed, usually the speakers will be right across the room, so I can just ask someone to turn up the headphones, the speakers for me. But I've never run into a situation. Well, run is a bit of a stretch. I've never had a situation where I couldn't get out of bed or like I was bedridden, right? I've, never happened, which I'm lucky for. That's better now, but still. I think it's just the volume, man. Okay, let's finish the... I was thinking maybe... You know about this thing we made the other day, right? The fucking Transformers, Transformers awe thing. This. That's mad. Mad. What if... Oh! Oh! Suno CEO making music isn't fun? Well, my man, think twice before saying such nonsense. That tickled my ears in the greatest way possible. Holy shit. That was good. Hi, 101, what's up? Sue, no brain. Yeah. Oh, wait, I got a state 51. What? I have a heart condition, so I am bedridden often. I see. Emolga, yes. Emloga. No shiny still. You're luckier than me in that regard. The stereo headphones I've mentioned a couple times on Discord were sent back to me, and apparently everything was fine, but it was not. So I returned them again, and I hope for the best. Okay. Sorry. It's like I knew me before I developed the heart condition. I made visuals for 8 hours. Yeah, sounds relatable, actually. Sound of Kashmir Volume 5 is out. No way. I just hope there aren't any like stolen samples like the first one. There are some samples that were just fucking straight out ripped out of like not even processing. Look, when I take sounds from other people as like layers into my for my packs, at least I try. Like at least I do something to change them in some way. But no, like Sounds of Kashmir Volume 1 was just, there were a bunch of like, what was it? Orchestral symbols that were just straight out ripped from Contact libraries with not the slightest ounce of processing. It was just Edison, record, boom, drag and drop into the pack. Well, let's see how many songs are made with that. Sounds of Kashmir is like the modern day Vengeance dubstep packs, huh? Every song has at least one Vengeance sample nowadays. Yes. I don't know much more about that. It's just I'm not perfect at it. You know, it's just as luck would have it, I am not an expert in the Chinese language. Disgust. 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 And then, but that begs the question, what do we do after that? What fillers do we do now for this other half? It also really helps that this growl has a sort of like 1-2 motion. 1-2, right? And that just so happens to match really well with the toms. Bing bong, right? Ding dong, 1-2, right? Honestly, just maybe do these two in reverse order now. Okay, do this but low octave. So low octave B flat. Toki's gonna kill me for that. Whatever, dude. You only live once. YOLO! Okay, but we gotta get this in key as well. 2 down. Ooh! Shit! Holy f... Bam! Bam! How it just swoops up from underneath. So sick. A choir and a growl would be good for the next fill. I have a growl from here. And a choir. The thing is, the lead then does na, right? So it's just for the choir to be higher. So it does bum, and then the choir goes also F, but an octave high. So effectively, the melody line here is dum bum bum. So the high F in the choir undermines this upward movement. Right? So, bam, bam, is more impactful than bam, bam, which is going down, right? So, I don't think I'm gonna do that. It's just for the sake of, like, lifting things up. The choir would take away from that, from that feeling of like that lifting motion. Yeah. I need something else here. I need some sort of other growl. the other growl, Paul. No. NYP unused jam. Enjoy. I bet Aquarius 4th can make use of that. The other growl. Maybe change the key of the choir. So you could argue, okay, then drop it 1 octave, but then it's doing the same thing as the lead was. Dun, 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 dun. But then any other note in between, I'm just going through them in my head, and I already know. It's just bow, bow, bow. Just nah. I feel like the melody has to stay squarely in the lead, because if there's any other sort of melodic element that hints toward there being a melody in between the gaps, that would take away from the impact of bam, 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 bam. So having a choir there, not something I'm I would approve of here. just like growls. So just we keep the lead to once every bar. We get the best impact there. So yeah. By the way, this lead, it's super buried. It's gotta come forward. Where is it here? Here. Most unnecessary high-end award. Let's give the top end spot for something else. Like that, for example. I feel like this whole section is just a little bit underprocessed. Could be. Oh, I'm still on the organ CQ, but I just clicked on the... Oh, I see. It inserted another... That's another FL bug. I clicked on the plugin picker to insert a track on the tutti flutes, and it inserted it on the organ. Maybe it was a misclick, I don't know, but... I don't know. There you go. That area of conflict there. Why is there not a sooth here? Paul, what are you doing? Why was there not a sooth there before? Like it's still there, but... Too much space on the supercell. Perhaps you should put ooze on a bass jam and then chop it in quarters for the next fill. But see, we're already starting to get into the like, I'm going to like calculate the diameter of the rings of Saturn and then the like first derivative, and then I'm going to input that into the Uzu sidechain so I can calculate my soul and then like multiply it by exactly pi to get the circumference of the knob that I need to adjust in Serum to make this growl work. No. No, I want to keep it simple. No overcomplicated, like just fucking technically complex growls here. The main chord of this, okay? Just, I don't want to go overboard because that's going to take away from the sheer power that this thing has, which is just bam, 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 bam. That's the main thing here, right? And I need to preserve that. Any sort of like complicated that's just no. It's going to take away from the bam, 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 right? By the way, this is sounding cleaner now. What is that? Peak in the 4Ks. Why is there bass on the super sauce? Why is there a completely empty EQ in the song? Are these serum saws? They are. So, yeah, here's the thing, because I thought about removing the fundamental. But if I do, I'm removing the fundamental not just on the bass, which is what I want, but also on every single harmonic. So on like every other note that makes up the chord, I would also be removing that fundamental. So I only want to remove the bass, right? It's just plain simple. Ah! And a little bit more presence here, sure. For sure. This needs less bass. Well, less bloated stuff here. So let's just replace this with an imager. Oh, replace this with an imager. I'm gonna narrow down the low mids. Oh, zone, please. Give me more than 3 FPS, FL Rapper, thank you. Yeah. Gotta sort that out. There you go. Ah. We don't need it to be like that. Okay. How about now?
When if you manually disperse each of the individually vocated phase partials, generate a quantized granulator, of course, into a spectral resonance sequencer, they compress it in parallel.
I remember that copy pasta because I don't know if you know this, Desks, but we actually tried to follow the entire copy pasta through. We did a patcher rack, which is just the copy pasta, or at least we like did the closest thing to what it was saying, which some of it was nonsense, but we did the like closest thing that made sense, right? And I have a patcher rack somewhere that's just, if you follow the copy pasta, you get that. And somehow it manages to make every single sound that you run through it, every single thing, it turns it into like a couple reverbed sine waves. So if you follow the entire copy pasta, any sound you input into it becomes the same output. Somehow it like normalizes everything into the same dog shit sound. and it's on tape, by the way. We recorded the whole thing and it's on my YouTube channel. Modus EDM copy pasta. What's this? I turned this EDM copy pasta into a reality. Yeah, that's the video. It's 30 minutes of pure bliss. It's a very old video. It's a February 2024 video. I hadn't even bought this new camera yet, so I was still on my old crappy webcam. But yeah. We just followed the entire copy pasta and it just turned everything into dog shit. It somehow managed to make any input sound the exact same at the output, It was weird, but it was impressively, like it was impressively bad. That's how I would describe it. Yeah, that video should be a lot more popular than it was. That video fucking tanked. I feel like it should have gone fucking viral. We were going to add another growl to this, right? Okay, I can out with that. I can get behind that. What do we do here? Dun, dun, dun. It was 12, it was 20. Ugh, no. Kicks with more punch? You want a more punchy kick than this? It's fucking a face slap right there. You want more? What the heck? If anything, turn it up. But the kick is good as it is. So maybe take this slow pad before. And then maybe low pass this. Disgust. I'm not sure how I feel about this. If I process it more. I mean, that's part of it for sure. Very stereo. Dun, dun. Ugh. Okay, that's a little too centered now. Ugh. Okay. I'm gonna do this thing where all of these effects are off. Link to controller. No, first, edit song with this position, then create automation clip. And then we link to controller everything else. Yeah. Like so. Link to controller, subwoofer low pad, link to controller, subwoofer low pad. So this one automation is now controlling whether these 4 effects are on. the last one we leave empty. So there you go. Why is the sub nowhere here? Maybe it's just because it's really wide. Because if it's really wide, that would explain why I can't hear it almost. But this is turned so far up, and it shows up as this big line on the EQ, and it just takes up so much headroom. Whoa! Well, we found our culprit. There you go. There you go. Attaboy. So all we gotta do now because now that is going to be more prominent, and now we can turn it up more. Exactly. Okay, let's see if we can solve the boom incident. Because there were quite a few of you last week that said this sounded like bone instead of boom. Bone. And I can kind of see it now, but... I think it just comes down to the portion of the spectrum that makes it sound like bone. Right? That's part of it. Bone. Now it does sound a little bit more like boom. Maybe if I layer this with itself an octave below, and then like stretch it. So we just get that deep sub. Whoa. Whoa. Boom. And now the added tail and the sub bass makes it feel more like a more like the M in boom. Now I'm gonna stretch this. Definitely the low end helped for sure. Demexp. That helped quite a bit, yeah. I just need a little bit more reverb to extend the boom. Boom. As opposed to boom, you know? Okay. I kind of like how the reverb carries into, like, all the way into the star nuke. Maybe I'll change my mind by next week, but... Okay. This is better. Something so small. How can something so small be so complicated? You know, it's often the things that seem the hardest, that seem the simplest, that end up being the hardest. Like just getting a boom to sound like boom. And the like volume across sections is all over the fucking place. The drop is quieter than everything else. The drop's the quietest part. Yo. Okay, I see what's wrong with this though. There's a little bit of tail because of the distortion mode. And this is leaking into the kick. But at least you can just solve that by bouncing it and putting it above here somewhere. You see? This whole bit, it's just taking away from the punch of the kick because there's a ton of low in there. So we just do that. Disto, disto bass. Build up 1. So kind of like brace for impact, but different. My naming convention. Which is great. There you go. boom now sounds more like boom. How about I switch these around? Yo! Holy shit! That was naughty! Bum bum bum. That was fucking naughty, dude. What if I do both? Because I like the high end of these better. Dude, that's it. Yo. Bam 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 psh, dum bam. Yeah, and it's all in key. That's mind blowing. Yo! All right. Just like that. So, what does this sound like the original? You see. Jump up now. Okay. Jump up now. So I didn't really do whisper. I just did jump up. Jump up now. I did like close to whisper voice, but not quite. Okay. So we know what to do here. Dun 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 dun. Dum sh dum wow. Dum shop dum wow. Dum shop dum wow. Okay, let's arm one of these tracks for recording, and we'll do the just like that. Meganova, just like that. Need to warm up. Hydrate. Stop. Speech jamming me. Just like that. 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 Right.
Hey, Paul, I'm going to sleep. Show me a cool song before I do.
Okay. There you go. Look, the boom now sounds like boom instead of bone. All right, have good sleep. It's but it's not even that late. It's like just past 9 p.m. Who hurt you? Have you been 96 hours without sleep or something? It's just like that. Yeah, just like that. Yeah! Ah, yeah, this is happening. Just like that. This is happening. Just like that. And it's happening just like that. Okay, but where did I actually do the processing of the just like that? This is where I confront past modus again. I've been editing this f***ing video for 9 hours straight. Leave me alone. 9 hours? Wow. That's pretty intense. All right. Good night. Good night. Just like that. All right. Where's the editing track thing? Where is it? I have no clue. It's probably earlier into the whole thing. Because this is November 25. Okay. Just like that. Wow. Hey, that's a good Skrillex impression, isn't it? Okay, I got it. I got the chain. I found it. Just like that. Just like that. Awesome. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Just like just like just like that. 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 Okay, so you have this one thing going here. Just like that. Oh, I see. No. Just like that. I want the whole thing. And this goes into the bounce thing here, right? Just like that. Just like that. Dun dun dee dun. Okay. Let's record that. Just like that. And we have some other ones we can do. Whoop. Forgot to hit record. Great. Smart ass. Just like that. I recorded it pre, so it won't have the radio effect. Just like that. So we can then reassign it into the track. Just like that. 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 I'm only gonna need one. Just like that. Just like that. If I stretch pro this. Just like that. Just like that. Just like. Just like. Just like. Just like. Just like. Just like. Nah, yeah, pitch it down to F. Just like. But just like that. Just like the end of drop boom. Boom, 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 boom. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. That's much better, yeah. Let's go for that. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Wow. Reminds me of that one video. Fucking, you guys probably haven't seen him. It's the what's it called? NUEB Box 2023 Small Final, Frosty versus Osis. A must watch. Just like that, yeah. Okay, the vocal doesn't have the that, but the growls do. That's what'll really sell the effect. No, it's the end of drop 1, so it's here. Just like that. Just like that. Hi, Zelm. What's up? Which one? Which do you hear, Yanni or Laurel? Wait, it genuinely is like a Yanni versus Laurel thing. What the fuck? It sounds the same. Which one do you, what color is the dress, folks? What color's the dress? Is it blue? Is it blue and black, or is it white and gold? By the way, just so you know, it was fucking blue. Whoever says that it's white and gold needs to see an eye doctor. Okay? But yeah, this is like a Yanni Laurel thing. What the fuck? Creating sound illusions since 2014. Dun dun ding dong boom bah. And then with the yeah. Nice. Oh, it's going through the Pro Q3 here. Oh, this is on an automation? Why? Oh, I see. Because it is because of the J in jump. Yeah. There you go. Okay. We got it, folks. Okay, the just might be a little too long. Just gonna stretch this one. Just like that. Exactly, there you go. Big fucking downlifter. See if we can do it. I'm going to make a new impact for this. Serum 2. But before that, I'm going to go into what some people call a bathroom break. No, here. Okay, yeah, there you go. So it loops. Alright guys, I'll see you in a couple minutes. The hydration from that recording turned out to be too much. Will it hit the corner? Just asking.
right.
Hello there. We are the humans, and I don't know where this Walter Cronkite voice came from, but well, this is who we are now. Yeah, just we are Carl Sagan out here. Thanks, humans, for that awesome remark. Okay, we were gonna make our own a new impact for this. So let's make use of the pack, and let's change this into a sampler. So this will be our main impact, and then we'll have. Oh, but we had presets for this, right? So if I can pull up one of these impacts and then change some things around. Yeah. What was doing that? Meow, meow, yow, yow. Okay, that. What if I do something else? Okay. Factory non-tonal noises, sound effects, 02 noises. Let's have a look at this. Okay. Okay. Reverse this. If it's supposed to play in reverse, why is it? Oh. But what the heck? Why are you not playing in the loop area? It only does it once and then it just fucks off. What the heck? My brother in Christ, please. Okay. Just reverse it from there. Play faster. Oh, because it still has a direct out, I see. Okay. So this is 4 bars. This is a 4-bar space. then we just do the thing here. Okay. And then this is going to be inversely proportional to the resonance. Rather, I want this to be more extreme, so I'll just do its own thing for that. I mean, it's not like there's a lack of modulators here. Why am I linking this to? To one frequency? No. Don't do that. Filter one resonance. Oh! Yeah. Whoa! Okay. There you go. Okay, but this is just a basic noise thing. So can we do something else with this? Okay. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. So as it's waning down, it becomes more textured. There you go. I'm gonna save this as Meganova Impact 3? No, 4. Not 4 either. It's 5. Okay, Meganova Impact 5. This needs to be a little quieter. What's controlling this? LFOs, LFO 4. Okay. Okay, that's one. Now what else can we do to this? Not much, because it's just a sampler. For 2 bars. And then this controls the shift. This is set to envelope. No, not shift. It's the mix amount. There you go. So it gets more and more fucked up. Okay, we can do more with this. Weird. I like weird. If we can keep it quiet, that would be nice. Creepy. No. It seems like it's doing a, what's it called, a whole tone scale, right? Maybe we can remap that? Maybe we can end prism that into an F chord? Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Very color bassy. Very color bassy. Not sure if I want that. Or this particular. Too ethereal. I want something a little more grounded. That sounds a little more like a cymbal. Very harsh top end, but maybe it's workable. Okay, let's duplicate this. Can we duplicate? Can we duplicate? Yes, we can. Okay, something else. What else we got? No? We're good. We're good. Where'd the rest of the bass go? Oh, okay. You just have to pitch it differently. Yeah, we're gonna take care of that. And that's how you make an impact in Serum. We don't want that. Okay. Let's record that. But not with the... But I want the signal, not the delta. Okay. Wait till it goes out. Wait till it fades out. Okay. Now record it. Oh, I ended it. Okay. I'll just write down a pattern which just lasts for 4 bars, which is the length of this thing. Just do that, and that's what I'll record. We can figure that out. That's from the retrigger, because some things are set to retrigger. Okay, so let's do this. What if I take away a little bit of the transient? Yeah, something like that. Ding. Okay. That's a cool little tail you got there. Okay. Now let's record this. And we got our downlifter. And that's that. Okay. Just gonna save this to the pack, because this is an impact now for the pack. Gonna normalize it. God, I should have played the Bejeweled Twist music. I should have played the Bejeweled Twist music. We're gonna have Bejeweled Twist music on the soundboard after post NYP with the big layout upgrade. Dun 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 dun. 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 I can't go that high. I know every note of every song in the Bejeweled Twist soundtrack. Shit. Alright, impact 5. This is more akin to what I want here. Dog, hello! We're just sound designing the impact that produces an impact because it impacts and then it's impactful. And then I'll play the whole thing shortly. I'm gonna leave for dinner pretty soon. Oh, we also had this. What's this? Too powerful. I want something a little more mellow. Okay, the sub drop from Impact 2 I do want to keep. Okay. Let's do that. So let's do a bit of a high pass here. Dinner time right when I get here. Don't worry, I'll be around for a little longer. Where is my Bejeweled music? The perfect music to gem match to and produce impacts. There you go. Get that nice clean sub down there. This is too loud. There you go. Just very audible. There you go. Get that nice clean. Cut to silence and then the breakdown with the na na da da. I've never listened to music while making music. I will admit, it's a pretty bad habit. It's not the best thing you can do, but it's just for the, like, if I wasn't streaming, I probably wouldn't be doing it. It's just for the fun of the stream. And because I really love Bejeweled. Okay, get a little declicking here. Turn this up. still feel like I need a siren going down. Like that. Come on. There you go. Okay, now I gotta gate it. Is it me, or is the siren too, like, chorus E? It's got a little too much harmonics. Let me try this one instead. A little more grounded. And now we gotta gate it. So yeah, we have this track on the mixer here, yeah, and then let's insert a new one. Dun dun dee dum bom bom dum bom dum dum bom dum megano megano. Are we vengeance yet? This new update to Transgate, they added swing. I'm not doing it. Just the slightest thing. Now let's see. Not a delay probably. At like 1/8 dotted. Let's try that. Yeah. Also, it's gonna be much quieter. Also, probably automate it. Pretty awesome plugin with the Transgate. I've always just shittily done it with volume automation. Volume automation. Jesus, I cannot speak. I believe Transgate is free. You can get it with the like kilohertz. What was it called? The Essentials bundle. And I think Transgate is a part of that, so you can just get that. You could also just use grow speed if you have a file. Not sure which DAW you have, but yeah, it's just you could do this. It's a little bit less intuitive, but yeah, like Transgate, pretty sure it's free. Okay, that's too much. Let's make it end on an F. No. And so we're 800 cents. Push up a little bit, a few cents more. Didn't know about gross speed either. Do you use a file, or which DAW do you have? Because like gross speed is like an FL Studio thing. A little bit lower. It's still a little sharp. There you go. Dong. Nice. There you go. So we land on that nice F to link with the breakdown. Okay, how about we undo the transk as it's going down? Sure. Let's do that. I only use Audacity best Audacity supremacy. Where is only 1903? Hey Modus, hello, what's up? Another and you get an applause and you get a round of applause. What's up? I'm just working on some tunes, though we are on our last legs when it comes to the stream time. Stream's gonna end pretty soon, but yeah, it's just like gonna get a few more tidbits of things in there. I do want the initial part of the impact to be pretty shocking, to be just and then waning down a little bit. No, it needs to be way more. So louder here. And then turn it down. Okay, that's too much. Okay. And then we were gonna automate the mix volume of the transgate, right? Yeah, there we go. Whoa! I was thinking on replicating kind of like what we did with the intro. This. No, not that. This. Because it's also 4 bars, and instead of making it build-up-esque, let's just see how we can cool it down a bit. This. We need the vocals either. We need the EQ that controlled this. I think it's all this. Okay, so reverb there. FPC band 7, FPC band 1. Okay, so if I just copy this entire thing and then get rid of the automations that are not needed here. Something like that. And like this. We don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need this. We do need this as FPC, FPC, FPC. We don't need this. We don't need this. Glitch 2, Frickery 2. Whatever the fuck that is. No, don't need that. Reverse, no. 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 And that's it. Like I said, good afternoon. In my case, it's good night. It's just past 10 p.m. here. Hello. US based, I presume. Hello from Spain. What the hell-y? US Eastern, huh? Okay, now I need this to be more tamed. More taint for sure. I kind of like how there's a little bit of tail to that. Ginkgo. Yeah. I'm torn because the breakdown is slower paces. Dun, 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 dun. It's not ba 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 like the siren is suggesting. So maybe I should have this set to 1/8. But then I'll have to turn down the mix volume a lot more so it blends in a little better. Thinking a little sub swoop. Whoom. Tasty. It's so bright, but it's also just not coming through. Bum 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 bum. What the f? We love bright, but not that much. Oh, here. the piano run on the lower octave is much cooler. How about in context?
Oh, yeah!
Oh yeah! Whoa, that's deep. That's nice. Why are the superstars so tame? What the heck is going on? No, no, no. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, dude. That's what was missing. Yeah. What, the piano thing is awesome. I need even more bass here. More. I want more bass. Da 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 da. Oh, the sitar there. So this was a drone, right? Okay. The low end of this needs to be stabilized because it's pretty wide. Like, just look at that. It's a hot mess. It's a hot fucking mess. So with that, now let's boost the low end to compensate. Yeah, yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Okay, let's automate that so it goes up a certain way. Da, 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 da. Okay. Dum 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 dum. Da 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 da. Yeah, dude. Try that. Arguably, instead of turning the sub up. I just want the whole Reese pad in general to go up. Because those harmonics need to be there. Because the high A flat, it's nowhere. There you go. Now I just need to make the chants come through more, because I think it's the supersaws that have too much mid end. Doop. Axel, hello. You know, there's all of these new people coming in right at the tail end of the stream. Maybe I should move Tuesdays a little later, but it's a little complicated because it's already pretty late for me. So unless I want to unless I want to pull a turkey machine and stream production at like 4 a.m. in the morning, you know. Where is the reverb in this? The reverb. But it's off. What the heck? Oh, okay, now it's on. Okay, so that's the source of the reverb. So let's make it so the EQ here only comes in with the saws are fully blurred with the reverb. And it's this is the thing. Exactly. So we're debloating this whole area here. You have to EQ this better. There's a lot of shit going on here. Where's the 2K? So it's like this range is necessary, but also not. It's like if you emphasize it, if you like focus on it, it's horseshit. But then if you take it away, it sounds thin and narrow and dull. me set they're not. What? Maybe it is that. Hold on. Freddy Rapper, can you give me more than 3 FPS on the plugins? Okay. I think I'm getting ready to just play the whole thing through and call it a day. What do you guys think? Should we hear Meganova? Should we listen to Meganova? Tempo switch, and then the Meganova chants are very quiet. No, it's not this. It's the. It's called something something. Deep pad, no random here. Maybe it would be better to just undo the fundamental and just layer in the sub. I need to make sure the sub has the same portamento time. 117. 117 has to be exactly the same, otherwise the low end is going to be messy. Now we've left a bit of a void in here. Was that weird? What was that? Oh, it's the automation. Okay. There you go. Oh, that's sick. And now it's got that consistent sub. Alright, let's test this out. Whoa! Look at that sub! The only thing is this lacks a little bit of movement because the sub is now just a static. it just cuts instantaneously. So we need some way of like this just to filter the sub in. I think I'm just going to match the sub to volume automation on the sub and just do it like that. Easiest course of action. Down, down. These especially, these are just like doo, doo. Yeah, that's what I get. Just restore the sub volume back to normal. Okay. Let's listen to the whole thing once and I get to have pizza for the night. Yay for pizza. W in chat. All right, let's take a look.
Super, hyper, ultra.
Very simple fillers, but they work. Oh, the new tom feels so good. One more time. But by God, I need to turn up the volume of the straw. It's killing me, and it's so quiet. The siren is not sidechained. Fuck! okay. This needs a little bit of work, but. Next week, the breakdown's finally getting done. Next week. Until then, I think I'm gonna call it here. My stomach is starting to insult me right now. Guys, thank you all so much for joining and stick around until the end of the stream. We shall see each other again on Friday because yes, this week we are back with a full stream schedule after missing out on Friday and Saturday last week because, well, Spain dubs happened. Pretty cool. But yeah, we're back Friday, March 6th and Saturday, March 7th for absolute PIM. Friday chill and Saturday feedback hour. I know. Everyone wants to. Everyone wants the Saturday stream. I know. Stomach assault. Everyone wants the Saturday stream. Everyone wants their track reviewed. Okay. I would really like. I would really appreciate it if the people who are just, hey, check out my track, bro, on Saturday also stay for the Tuesdays and Fridays, because like these streams are just too fun. Guys, I've been Paul, aka Modus. Have a great rest of your night and week until Friday, where we'll see each other's faces again. And as always, until next time.